Hey, how you guys doing? This is Antoy and this is Survive and Thrive. And today we talk about surviving the holidays. Before we get started, I just want to invite you guys to follow and like my social media platforms, antoygrant.com, mangoseed.tv, The Antoy Show, and youtube.com/The Antoy Show. So let's jump in. Aren't you guys excited? The holidays are coming up. And the time that we would normally be having activities and having friends and family over and having holiday parties and stuff like that, what do we do now? Some of us have been locked up in the house, not going anywhere, while some of us have been out partying, going to the club, going to the, restaurant, out to eat, going to the gym, hanging out. And now with the holidays, all those people are going to kind of collide. So how do you handle people that want to do the regular activities that you normally would do during the holidays when not all of us have the same sensibilities? Coronavirus is a contagious virus. Some people that get it can die. Some people don't. Some people get it, survive, and have a lot of issues afterwards, where some people, it's like they just got a cold. So I wanted to give you professional answers, so I did some research. So I just want to share with you guys what the guidelines are for events and gatherings and the risk levels. The lowest risk are virtual events. So if you do events virtually, of course, you're not in contact with anyone. So yay, you have the lowest risk. And then, if you're just having the holiday with your immediate family who they're all following, proper safety protocols consistently, to keep everyone safe, that's fairly safe. More risk are smaller outside gatherings in person where individuals are from different households, even if they're spaced 6 feet apart, wearing masks, not sharing objects, and coming from the same community. So once you add people that aren't from your immediate household, it heightens your risk factor, even if you are wearing masks and doing all of that stuff. The next highest risk is medium-sized gatherings where people are following the guidelines still, but they're from people outside the local area. So people that are traveling maybe out of state, into state, or from different counties to come and see each other. Then the next, which is the highest risk, is large in-person gatherings where it's very difficult to stay 6 feet apart and people are traveling from outside areas. Based on that and just common sense, we understand that, of course, if you're doing something virtually, that's going to be the safest. If you're going to do celebrations with people outside of your immediate family, you can always ask people questions and you can always request that they follow certain protocols before coming to your house. You can let them know ahead of time what your situation is, like how you operate as far as your safety protocols. That's going to weed out like a lot of people. A lot of people are going to be like, I don't want to do all that if I got to come for the holidays. But the ones that are willing to do and they come through, they'll already know. It's an uncomfortable conversation for some people, but we have to do what we feel is necessary to keep ourselves and our families safe. And if someone has a problem with it, then is that really someone that has your best interests at heart? If they aren't going to consider, what's important to you and your health and your well-being, or what you feel is the most important to your health and your well-being. If people going to be up in your house, you want to feel comfortable. You can't be in your house feeling uncomfortable while other people are feeling more comfortable. And don't feel any kind of way in telling people what you need to tell them in order to ensure the safety, well-being, and health of your family and the people that you care about. There's certain things that you have to do to prepare your home for your guests. Have extra masks, have extra hand sanitizer, have extra stuff there so they don't have to worry about it, or you don't have to worry about it, where that mask has been and how many times it's been reworn, and maybe it was exposed to something that they're bringing in your house. Once they get there, they shouldn't have any problem going through the protocol. And then, still practice a bit of physical distancing. You might want to ask them to wear a mask while at the event. Maybe doing something outdoors would be great so that, not everyone is clumped up in one room, like breathing the same air. Regarding food and stuff that you're going to have at your event, It's best to not do a buffet style. Make sure that plates are pre-made and not by someone who's sick. Use disposable cups, knives, forks, plates, those kinds of things. So you're not like having to wash those and reuse them again later. And then after your guests leave, you're definitely going to have to just disinfect anywhere that anyone's been. Make sure that it's nice and clean for you again, and wear gloves when you do it. These are some things that you can do if you're having people outside your home that you're unsure if, they have the same sensibilities as far as taking the precautions they need to take to keep themselves safe as you are, and, ways that you can minimize your risk and the risk of your family. As we know right now, the numbers are going back up again. Just be really aware. Don't, relax, because now we know what coronavirus is, or we're getting so used to it that, we're not as heightened our awareness, not fearful, but your awareness should continue to be heightened. No one's forcing you to wear a mask. No one's forcing you to sanitize. No one's forcing you to do anything. So do what you need to do to keep yourself and others safe. Don't be discouraged because we can't have our holidays the way we normally would. You can just change it up a little bit. Like, how can we make this fun by switching it up and doing it from a physical distancing standpoint? This is our reality right now, and we have to be able to adapt so that we can survive. And I always say thrive through this and find cool, positive ways to enjoy the holidays together, apart, virtually, or safely in person. For more amazing content, go to youtube.com/theantoyshow and mangoseed.tv. And for coaching and cool tips, go to antoygrant.com. You guys have an amazing holiday.